Every October, the same question creeps up like a ghost in the night. Should Christians celebrate Halloween? Some people say, it's just harmless fun, costumes, candy, and community. Others say, nope, it's a celebration of darkness and should be avoided. But where's the truth? Is Halloween really evil, or can faith and fun coexist for one spooky night? Let's break it down, from its mysterious origins to what the Bible actually says, and how you can decide what's right for you and your family. And before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Christians should celebrate Halloween, avoid it completely, or maybe redeem it in a new way? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where Halloween came from, what it's become, and how Christians can respond with both wisdom and freedom. So where did Halloween even come from? All right, let's rewind the clock way back. Before the costumes, before pumpkin spice, before Spirit Halloween took over every empty store in town. Halloween actually traces back over 2,000 years ago to an ancient Celtic festival. It marked the end of harvest and the beginning of winter. People believed the boundary between the living and the dead was thinner that night, kind of like a supernatural crossover episode. So they'd light bonfires, wear costumes to ward off ghosts, and leave out food for spirits. Then, fast forward to around the 8th century, the church stepped in. Pope Gregory III made November 1st All Saints' Day, a day to honor saints and martyrs. The night before became known as All Hallows' Eve, which later shortened to Halloween. So technically, Halloween started as a blend of pagan rituals and Christian traditions. But here's where it gets messy. Over time, the meaning shifts. So what does Halloween look like today? Today, Halloween is, well, a commercial holiday machine. We're talking about billions spent every year on costumes, candy, decorations, and those 12-foot skeletons from Home Depot. For most people, it's about fun, creativity, and community. Trick-or-treating, dressing up, movie marathons, pumpkin carving, you name it. But for others, especially in the Christian world, it still feels dark. There's witches, demons, ghosts, and horror everywhere. And that tension raises a huge question. Is celebrating Halloween harmless fun? Or are we playing with fire spiritually? And what does the Bible actually say? Here's the thing. The Bible doesn't mention Halloween directly. Sorry, no verse that says, "Thou shalt not dress as a zombie." But it does talk about the spiritual realm, light and darkness, and how we're called to stay alert. Ephesians 5:11 says, "Have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them." And 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, "Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God." So the tension is real. Christians are called to be in the world, but not of it. That means we can participate in culture without compromising our faith. The key is discernment. Ask it, is what I'm celebrating pointing me toward fear or faith? Am I glorifying darkness, or using this as a way to connect and bring light? Because Halloween, at its core, isn't evil by date. It's about how we approach it. Are there different Christian perspectives? Now let's be real, the Christian world is split on this one. Here are 3 different views. View number 1, avoid it altogether. Some Christians believe we should stay far away from Halloween because of its dark roots and associations with witchcraft or the occult. For them, it's not about missing out, it's about setting an example. They might host harvest festivals or light parties instead, celebrations that focus on gratitude and joy, not ghosts and gore. View number 2, it's just fun, relax. Other Christians say, come on, it's 2025. My kid dressing up as Spider-Man isn't summoning demons. For them, Halloween is an opportunity to connect with neighbors, hand out candy, and even use it as a mission moment to show kindness, generosity, and light in a night that's often associated with darkness. View number 3, redeem it. Then there's the middle ground, people who say, let's take what was meant for darkness and flip it for good. Think trunk-or-treat events at churches, giving out free hot chocolate, or writing encouraging notes on candy bags. It's about being present, not hiding, and showing the love of Christ in creative ways. Faith in the real world. Look, faith doesn't live in a bubble. We're constantly navigating how to live out our beliefs in a culture that doesn't always share them. And Halloween is one of those moments where we can choose how to shine our light. Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden." So what if, instead of arguing over whether Halloween is evil or okay, we focus on how to bring light into it? You can hand out candy with Bible verses or kind notes, Host a fun, family-friendly night for your community. Pray before going out, asking God to guide your conversations. And yes, even skip it entirely if that's what brings you peace. The point isn't to judge others, it's to walk in your own conviction, with grace and love. So, should Christians celebrate Halloween? So here's the big answer. There isn't a one-size-fits-all rule. What matters most is your heart posture. If celebrating Halloween causes fear, guilt, or confusion, then maybe it's not for you. If it's just a chance to make fun memories and love your neighbors, that can be a beautiful thing too. Romans 14:5 sums it up perfectly. Each person should be fully convinced in their own mind. In other words, pray, reflect, and decide with peace, not pressure. So whether you're passing out candy, hosting a harvest night, or just cozying up with some popcorn and not-so-scary movies, remember this. You can celebrate with light or choose not to at all, and still honor God in both. Let's not let a holiday divide us. Let's use it as a moment to reflect on what it means to live set apart, but still loving the people around us. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who's wondering the same thing, and comment below, how do you feel about Christians celebrating Halloween? I'd love to read your thoughts. Now, a little myth-busting questions to end the video. Myth number 1, Halloween is Satan's birthday. Nope. There's zero historical or biblical evidence for that. It's mostly a modern myth that spread in the 80s. Myth number 2, every Halloween tradition is pagan. Actually, lots of modern customs, like carving pumpkins, evolved later, especially in America. The Celts used turnips, not pumpkins. Myth number 3, Christians who participate aren't real believers. That one, controversial thinking. Romans 14 reminds us not to judge someone's faith based on personal convictions. It's not about who's more holy. It's about walking in wisdom and grace. Myth number 4, trick-or-treating started as devil worship. Not at all. The idea of going door to door actually comes from a mix of Christian and folk tradition. In medieval England, people practiced something called souling. Children and the poor would visit homes, offering prayers for the dead in exchange for soul cakes. It wasn't about demons, it was about kindness and community. Over time, that evolved into the modern candy version we know today. Myth number 5, wearing costumes opens you up to evil spirits. This one sounds spooky, but historically, costumes were meant to protect, not invite spirits. The Celts believed disguising themselves as confused, wandering ghosts, so they'd leave people alone. And now, dressing up is usually just plain imagination, not a spiritual invitation. As always, it's less about the outfit and more about the intention behind it. That's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos that explore faith, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Faith, and I'll see you next time on Faith Meets Pop Culture.